as most of you I'm sure already know, I try to make some of the most unique and creative builds that my brain can possibly muster up here on this channel. It's kind of what we do, but today we're trying something a little bit different. That's right, today we're trying something completely new here on the channel as well as the rest of this week, and we're calling it Road to Mythic. And what I'm going to be doing is something a little bit different. We're playing meta decks that have been already well established, some of the best decks in all of Standard, and I'm picking out I want to say 5 decks for this week, and we're going to be trying them out. And not only that, we're going to be tweaking them to make them our own, some of them adding in, you know, additional colors, things like that. But today we're kicking things off with a bang because we picked the best deck in Standard, in my opinion, Dimir Midrange, and a lot of people would probably agree because this has the most meta share on MTG Goldfish as of right now. Now, we did make some tweaks to that meta deck, of course, because I don't want to be making these decks carbon copies. I want to try to make them as original as possible, but this deck does strive to do some stuff with Fairy Mastermind, a card that allows us to draw cards every time our opponent draws a card. Also has an ability to force our opponent into drawing a card, giving us that extra card as well. Now, it works off of dealing damage through Shieldred, of course, because Shieldred is an absolutely busted card that deals damage when they draw a card. We gain life. So we do want the opponent also drawing cards for us to also get cards off the Mastermind. So I did splash in some Urtai Resurrected. This was not in the original build, but I thought it worked really good here because it's a great counter and removal spell that forces the opponent into drawing a card, giving us an extra card as well. And I also put a Teferi on the top end as another game-ending closer that can go really, really far for us because of all the extra card draw. The rest of the deck not only draws a bunch of cards, but forces some discard with Liliana, you know, keeping us at a constant advantage over the opponent on card advantage. But it's a really interesting build that looks to deal a lot of damage, draw a lot of cards, and it's, again, very powerful, has a lot of answers. We took out some of the, you know, spells, added in a couple of our own, and I think this thing's pretty dialed. We got our way into Diamond today and worked our way up from there. So I think you guys are going to enjoy this one, but let me know what you guys think. We're just going to do this to the end of the week. We're doing this because we're coming up on a new, you know, set really, really soon, and we're kind of running out of ideas and creative juices right now. So right now, I just wanted to try to get into Mythic and do it the fastest way possible by breaking a bunch of meta decks. But let me know what you guys think. If you are new here and you find some value in today's video, if you wouldn't mind liking, subscribing, we post videos just like this 5 days a week. So I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much and enjoy the video. See ya. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today, this week, we're kicking things off a little bit differently than normal. We're going to be playing some meta decks this week. Not only are we a little short on time this week for recording, which is unfortunate, but also we're doing this little experiment because we are at the end of a Standard era where we've had one of the longer gaps in, you know, Magic's time period for, you know, set releases and things like that. So we've kind of come to the end of as creative as we could possibly be in Standard at the moment. We've tried almost everything I would imagine, you know, to make competitive creative builds, and not saying it's not possible to continue doing so, but I did want to mix it up a little bit here and see if we could create some really cool content around what's really hot in the meta right now. And we are currently starting things off here with a bit of a bang because this one is the biggest meta share currently in all of Standard, at least according to MTG Goldfish. This is Dimir Midrange, which would make this arguably the best deck in Standard right now. So I'm really excited to see just how good it can actually be. I've played against it many times. I've also played it on live stream and had some really great success. So it's been a lot of fun. And let's see. I want to go with the sleeper here and see if they answer. Pass the turn. Leave the go for the throat open here. Looks like they do have an answer. If it's another cut down, I could pump it twice to avoid that danger. But like I said, I don't know if I brought this up, but we played this on live stream last week and we had a ton of success. I've since made some really big adjustments to the build. We've taken out all the make disappears, added in like the Urtais and stuff, but been having some fun with it. And not only that, we got the Diamond recently, so feels good, man. Feels like this one could be a bit of a success for us. Let's go ahead and pump this up. Yeah, they definitely have that cut down, I think. It really stinks that we got to play around. Oh, yeah, there it is. Shoot. I guess I didn't play around it very well, did I? Nope, I did not. That's tough. I could have played that differently. Let me explain. So I think I should have passed the turn all the way through and not done anything, and this would have been fine because they couldn't run that cut down with the fear of me. Well, then I would have just been stuck here all day holding this cut down, or this go for the throat. So I guess there really was no right answer there. They were kind of in the driver's seat for having the 1 mana spell. They had the efficiency there. All right, let's just send this in. Orzhov mid-range versus Dimir mid-range. Let's see who's gonna take this one. I like our hand, but I need some more card advantage. Graveyard Trespasser takes out the Nation's Underdog. That's tough. That is tough. So we could mirror match that, or we can go Shieldred. Shieldred being susceptible though to kill spells is tough. I have a second one though, but I am gonna play it because obviously if we play the Trespasser, that's cool and everything, but then we just trade and it cancels each other out. With Shieldred, at least we have a block here that, you know, can stop the Trespasser from getting through. So we got to bank on them not having that kill spell. Same, we've already seen a couple here. Nice. And normally you would think that's a bad thing that flipped, but that just means mine are capable of that flip now too. And I do have that counter spell and kill spell. So I'm going to send this through. A bit of a tough match here, man. This is going to be a good one because our opponent here is running a very powerful build as well. This Orzhov mid-range build is pretty sweet. It does a lot of the same sort of things our deck does, so. Opponent down to 10. Shieldred kind of cooking him at the moment. Honestly, I feel like we should just let this slide through because if we're going to go damage for damage, we're going to win that race for sure. And holding the Urtai, it might end up being just a dead card here this turn. Like I might end up regretting not using it for value, but at the same time with this much mana open, they could play things like Kaya, and I can't really have that. So I think we got to just eat this damage and see what happens here on the second main phase. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's unfortunate, but a little bit of lost value there, but still, you want to go damage for damage, we will be all right. Wandering Emperor could be the play here too, which is something we'd like to counter, so holding the Urtai still. Wow, they eat that as well. Okay, well, if we play this, we're only left with 3. Okay, end our turn. End our turn. Keep that Urtai ready to go. They're going damage for damage, bar for bar, but right now, that's favoring us. Yeah, I think we're safe to play this. Because they don't have double white if they play this Touch of the Spirit Realm, which means that there's no depopulate coming down. And if they have another one, right? Let's just say they have another one and then they end up taking the Shieldred. At least we have that Urtai to return that fire back at them. I think that does it. I think we played that pretty well and are going to close out here. Let's go, dude. Let's go. I think the patience on the Urtai was everything there, but man, a little bit of a grind fest. I love it. All right, not bad at all. I'll take that W all day against another very, similar sort of build. What do we got here? Opening hand, we've got Sleeper, Cut Down. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Urtai coming in clutch in that last one. All right, we see some white sources. Let's play the Sleeper. That should be fine. Cut Down might be relevant here, though, depending on the matchup. We'll see. Farmhand. Okay, so they go Farmhand, a 1/1. It is available for the Cut Down, but I think I'd rather save the Cut Down for potential, like, Thalias and things like that. I'm going to go ahead and attack in, see what they want to do. Now we pump. Now we attack. Say go. Save the cut down as our main play here. What is the third drop though? A Ganjo. Okay, so what are we up against really? I don't know. I may use the cut down here. I may end up regretting it though. Like I said, Thalias are available. If they're attacking into me, I think I'll take it. I think we'll take it. And then we'll go with the Gix. Start looking to draw some cards here. That's pretty heavy value at the moment. Another Fairy Mastermind. Now, that is one thing with this build though, the Fairy Mastermind. It's a really cool card. I didn't get a lot from it when we played it on the live stream in this build, which is why I added things like the Urtai, because if we had the Fairy Mastermind on the field and we end up Urtaiing something away, we'll get a card for that. So I think it's a pretty cool idea. Emperor. Wandering Emperor. Which now they give me the option to counter, so I mean, should have used it before I untapped. I already know it's coming down, so let's be real. Come on, it's so obvious. You got it, right? No? Okay. Yes, I was wrong. And we end the turn. Well, I mean, we have... Wait, now you play it? What in the world? I guess now we counter it. I mean, it's pretty awkward, but it is what it is. Same result, right? Now we don't have to discard the hand size. That's nice. No attacks from the opponent, of course. Mirex comes in. We have the ability to flash a few masterminds, a cut down. What's the move here? What's the move? I think the move is to attack in with the sleeper. It has the ability to gain that death touch, so we'll see what happens here. All right, just a chump block. All right, I'm just gonna use my mana here to flash in a Fairy Mastermind and then use my cut down maybe. We gotta remember we have another Gix, so blocking with this one might be a relevant thing to do. Third path, huh? No artifacts or enchantments for us here, so there's nothing getting blown up. Just a 2-1 vigilance right now. And they do attack in. That's weird. That's weird. Why? Why'd the attack? I guess to pump. Okay. Didn't realize they had the 3 different power types. That makes sense. All right. They almost got me there. I definitely almost got cooked on that one. I didn't even think about its Coven ability. Ooh, that's a card. I'm pretty sure that'll lock them out of this game. Pretty sure that just about does it. Attack, attack, attack. We get 3 cards here. Get to go back to 7 cards in hand. That's insane, dude. And then hopefully drawing into something, you know, like a kill spell of some sort. Yep, we got the cut down. Yeah, that was definitely going to end up doing it, though. That cut down right there would have been super clutch. Let's go, GG. All right, that game was very, very clean. Gix Yawgmoth coming through in a pinch. That card was insane, that game. Well done. The opponent goes first. I've flashed in a fairy and then start drawing cards, but it does require me to hit a 3rd land drop here. It doesn't need to be any specific color, which is why I'll keep it. And we get lucky enough that we do hit, so that's good. All right, we already decided on our play here. We're definitely not going to throw out the sleeper here, I don't think. Moment of truth. Does that mean we should probably play this now, or because of counter magic, you know what I mean? Well, maybe we want them to actually, yeah, actually we do kind of want them to counter the mastermind, so we'll wait. Looks like it doesn't matter. Looks like they're playing another moment of truth at sorcery speed here. Moment of truth, fading hopes. Okay, this has got to be some sort of like mono blue pseudo deck where it's gonna go with the Jin, right? You would think. All right, fading hope is definitely a play they have here. Sad day. All good though, all good. Man, we have so many options now though. I think Kaito is still the move, but man, part of me really wants to make them start discarding some cards here, but then it's just a bit slow, isn't it? I don't know. I just don't, yeah, I don't think they have a really good answer for Liliana. I really don't. I think a deck that's looking to do sort of like mono blue things doesn't have a very good answer for Liliana, because fading hopes are cool and everything, but like that's not going to do it when you can only return creatures. So you gotta have, okay, fair enough. So you're gonna have to have kill spells, which I guess white does open them up for, but all right, counter magic is still very much a thing here. I'm gonna go ahead and just pass the turn and then look to flash into mastermind. Oh, no counter magic. That's good. We've seen 3 fading hopes, right? So it's like, it's definitely not going to be that, but it might be another partition type of effect. We'll see. And they do look to kill. 3 damage to target creature. You gain 2 life. Okay. But we did send the attacker through, so this will draw us that card, which is all we really cared about. It's a Shieldred, which is great, but I did need a land there in order to work my way to this Teferi. Teferi is something I also added to the build. I don't know if I mentioned that. Okay, a little -2 is fine. I thought maybe they were going to -5 there, which would have been a lot worse. Nice, that Teferi is sick. All right, here's where we start to take over the game. Here's where we start taking over the game, and we got a Shieldred to follow all of this nonsense up. Now, we could get hit, obviously, with some sort of sweeper effects. Sunfall would be a bummer and stuff like that, but that doesn't hit our Planeswalkers. Even Farewell, even Depopulate. So Planeswalkers should be somewhat unaffected by any nonsense here. That's the 4th Fading Hope. They are out of Fading Hopes. No more of those bounce spells coming down. Glad we created the 1/1 then. That's fine. I don't need it to do damage. I just need it to actually attack. Same effect. Let's create the 2/2. Who's that handsome? Let's attack in. Doesn't matter where. Let's draw, and I'm gonna play the Liliana here. It doesn't appear to be any instant speed answers or anything here. Nice. I don't think cut down is going to be relevant, but I am going to drop Tenacious Underdog because of its replayability from the graveyard. I don't want to lose too much value here. I like plussing this Liliana here though with only 2 cards in our opponent's hand. We are 100% winning the value of this game, like the card advantage value and all that stuff. So board state looks better than theirs. We have more damage on board. We've got more Planeswalkers, more cards in hand. We're doing a really good job. And this one card they got to discard here looks like to be a tough decision for them, or they're roping us. One of those 2 things is happening right now. All right, Sunset Revelry. Sunset Revelry would have gotten them 2 sets or 2 tokens and a card. Surprised they gave up on that. It's because they had another one, huh? Well, we're gonna just keep spitting out these illusion tokens, by the way, with Teferi, because we're just gonna keep drawing cards and these threats just keep getting bigger and bigger, you know what I mean?
Nobody knows the past.
All right, we send in the unblockable to the Jace. We send in the 4 to the face. Unblockable to Jace, 4 to the face. Let's get it. They block the 4, which we figured they would, and then we have a cut down though available for the other 1/1 next turn. I am really afraid of sweepers. I'm going to be honest with you guys, but I do think this is the right call for now. Faithful Mending, smart, because they didn't want to take that damage. So Faithful Mending means that they're trying to run off the graveyard plays a little bit. Do they have reanimation, or are they... what are they trying to do with that? Is it Leer? It's probably Leer. Which is pretty cool. Oh, they threw away a Farewell. There's no shot their last card in hand is not a Farewell, which is fine though, because we have a Liliana here. But that's crazy.
What do we have here?
All right, I would be willing to bet a lot of money that that last card in their hand is a Farewell. Let's see if I would be right.
Drop it.
You know what? I gotta drop the cut down. It's not a Farewell. Wow. So they read into that a little bit though with the Liliana. They thought ahead. They're like, well, I can't run out the Farewell if they've got Liliana with a loyalty higher than. All right, founding of the third path. This is GG's for sure. Absolutely GG's, no doubt about it, because next turn all I gotta do here really is I gotta, you know, create another illusion token, force to discard, or even minus. Yeah, probably just minus here on the Liliana, and then just hold counter magic for any sort of nonsense they may top deck, and we'll be good to go. All right, so let's do that. Simple minus here takes care of that. Create another illusion token. We attack. We attack you here. You guys here, 8, 9, 12. Okay, we attack there. And we draw a card with Kaito. Gains me more life, gives me another card. Everything gets bigger. I mean, everything's just literally locked in right now. There's like nothing the opponent can really do here. Like I said, I've got Urtai resurrected for counter magic here. Could just hang on to these graveyard trespassers as long as I need to in case we get swept up, but obviously they'd be a pretty good play to play out right now to take these out, but I don't really care too much. All right, so they can cast a copy, so they're gonna have to spend the mana for this. Here's where we hit them with the Urtai. Spend the mana, and that'll do it. GG's. GG's to the opponent, and that does it. That does it. Pretty cool card though, that third path, being able to replay things from the graveyard. I like that. Good stuff. Man, we're doing really well right now. This thing is definitely holding up. Definitely holding up as a meta build. A lot of kill spells. I need more draw effects if possible. I mean, this is definitely doable, but it does require a certain land to hit. Yikes, I can't do that either. There's nothing I could do there, guys, unfortunately. This I can make work. I can make this work. We drop one sleeper, one Liliana, and we got ourselves a pretty good start here. Hopefully we can get to this Gix Yawgmoth and start drawing some cards, because we desperately need that. Definitely not out of the woods yet. I mean, we could definitely make a move here. I'm gonna attack and I'm not gonna pump up the sleeper. I don't really think getting 1 extra point of damage there is that important, as opposed to maybe playing this on curve. If they play something like in front of us to block, I want to make sure I can kill it. That way Yawgmoth comes down and we get the curve out on the draw. I think that's more important. If they don't play anything, then great. I pump up the sleeper and I lost 1 point of damage. So I guess that's a big boohoo moment. Whatever. All right. Good stuff. Now here's the moment of truth. The opponent clearly, being Azorius, could be a control deck. If they counter the Yawgmoth after we've taken 2 mulligans, this game is essentially over. That's how big this play is right here. Okay. That's 1 bullet dodged. Can we land an actual attack here? That's a negative, Ghost Rider. But the Yawgmoth is still alive. That's the real bonus there. Yawgmoth is still alive. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so we know they're running tokens though. I mean, tokens or soldiers. That's a really, really good card right there. Let's see what happens. Could be another resolute reinforcements here. It's not. And just like that, guys, we are back into this game because we have a Kaito, which also draws us cards. So those double mulligan, that double mulligan we took, we've mitigated the damage of that as best we could. Let's go, dude. That's so good. Oh my god, the recovery on that was crazy. To be fair, the opponent completely didn't have a turn 3. I don't know what the deal was there. They could have blown us out if they had any sort of plays there for us. Let's see what happens here. They're gonna try to return that, which is fine. I think that's fine. Killing it definitely would have been a nice thing to do because I can get this in and exile it, but there's really nothing I can do about it. They're gonna send it back to their hand. We kill this. That opens the lane up for an attack. Draws me 2 more cards. Keeps me fresh. Keeps me in this game. I think getting cards right now, that's the name of the game. Just get some cards to get some cards. Somehow we flipped this game to where we've got more cards now than them. Huge, man. Absolutely huge. Cut down is so broken. Oh my god, dude. This is going so well. I can't believe how well this is actually flowing right now. Okay, so then we take that out. We hit him. Draw a card. Draw a card. I mean, what do you even do? What do you even do when I have every answer? We've got an answer for that. Good game. Oh my god. We should not have won that game. A double mulligan going... Oh man, with 3 cards. There's no shot we just won that. Man, if this is the kind of nonsense I can look forward to for the rest of this week, I'm excited. There should be no reason why we couldn't get the mythic by the end of this week. We'll see, man. We'll see. All right, the opponent goes first. The hand's a bit slow just because of the mana, but we should be able to make this work. Esper. I think the underdog's a fine play here. Esper does have exile, you know what I mean? Like there are things that can exile and, you know, the colors of white. So you get worried about the underdog's playability from the graveyard, but all right, let's see what happens here. Nothing. And counter spells are absolutely something that could possibly, you know, land on us here, but I don't know. I guess if we're worried about counter spells, we got to try to land this then. Because if I lose Kaito, that's just... So Liliana goes. I had a feeling. Is what it is. All right. See if the sleeper lands. Esper controls straight up here. That's almost certainly what they're playing. Memory Deluge is fine. I do like that the Fairy Mastermind gives me some flexibility in these types of matchups, right? Where we need some more flash sort of spells that can play with the opponent's ability to go at instant speed as well. Make disappear, sure. That opens up a little bit more possibility of Kaito landing, but still 3 mana available to the opponent, and that's the second type of counterspell we've seen. I would imagine they'd have more to go, so I'm not going to hold my breath that we're going to win this one. They may be considering to throw down a cut down on the Evolved Sleeper. I don't know what would make them think that hard about it, like why it would be such a why it wouldn't be a no-brainer. My only conclusion would be that they have a Dissipate in hand and they don't want to give up the ability to play it. Who knows? But we do attack in here. Let's see what happens. Okay, keep them on their toes. Let's play the Kaito. We got another one, so wow, it actually landed. Okay,
There are many secrets I don't
that's a big hit right there.
know. Something you do.
That's a big win. It's a big win right there. And nothing from the opponent on our turn there? What is going on, man? Man, I'm so tired all the time. Yeah, sure. That's fine. We can always bring back, you know, Underdog with its Blitz. Which draws us 2 cards off Kaito and whatnot. Let's do it. Get in there, deal some damage, take him to 6. We draw another card. Okay, I mean, the shuffler not exactly helping us out here too much. We don't need 3 Kaitos and, you know, 2 Gixes, 2 Sleepers. We need lands. We need some lands. Voidrend.
I'm used to being uninvited.
All right, let's see what happens if we play another one. Well, first let's play this. See if they want to answer if I pump it. No? All right, what about this? Memory Deluge, I love it. Okay, so then we're gonna create an unblockable threat here with the ninja. The odds of us not getting swept up here are pretty low. Memory Deluge is a really good tool finding what you need.
Our eyes are everywhere.
We technically have lethal on board right now because we have the 3 damage from the Underdog if we need it next turn. But very unlikely that happens. Yep. Well, they did have to take out their own Memory Deluges, which was really nice there. I'm starting to think the cut downs and go for the throats are pretty irrelevant, so I'm pretty happy to just do one of those. All right, now we do got to remember Gix has an ability here. So for, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, we can discard X cards, exile the top X card to the opponent's library, and they play those exile without paying the mana cost, which might be pretty insane. That's tough. I'm gonna be completely honest, that's really tough. A Gix command right about now would be really good. I don't have any in the build though. I did take out the single copy that they had in this build. Sheesh. Ooh, that's a card. Kind of want to just do the ability though and see what happens. What are the... I mean, we could hit a sweeper. I would imagine we might hit a sweeper here. Let's see. Hopefully we hit a sweeper here. We did hit a sweeper. All right, that works. Oh man, if we hit something, if we hit a really good card here, I'm gonna be bummed out. All right, that's fine. I did need to get Kaito to level 3 though on the loyalty so we can create a ninja. That is a bummer though, man. I mean, it's a bummer and it's not, because we did give up some big things there, but we took away another one of their farewells, which is very key. The fact that they just hit a silver scrutiny though for like 100, pretty sure that's gonna end the game. Pretty sure that'll do it. All right, and I would almost certainly expect to depopulate here, and the fact that we'll never be able to get anything going again. They just have too many cards in hand. Way too many cards in hand. Yeah, that does it. Ooh, wait a minute. I mean, let's be real though. Kill spell's definitely in hand, so it's not like Shieldred's gonna stick around for a whole turn cycle here. Smart of them to cycle beforehand. It does resolve. They're down to 3. I mean, we got close, but there's no way we win this game. Yeah, there's no way we win it. Tough. Got him down to 3 though. I mean, 3 turns away from these attacks with the ninja, but the ninja's gonna die before then too. I have no faith that we're gonna win this game. I find it interesting how close we've gotten them though. I mean, they haven't killed it yet though. They haven't done anything to deal with the ninja yet. Oh, wait a minute. That spices things up a bit. That spices things up quite a bit, because now they're going to create the might. They're going to flip this, and then I'll counter the Teferi that it plays, right? Because Teferi can bounce this. Well, let's see. Teferi gets tap X on tap creatures you control when you do shuffle target non-land permanent opponent controls mana value. So they could do that for 0, which would be pretty bad. All right, so I guess Teferi is what we're countering, but we give them another card and gotta pray they don't get a sweeper. Was that smart? Or would it maybe have been smarter for me to let them bounce the ninja and just flash the Urtai in on the end step of their turn? I don't know. Either way though, we closed it out with a win. That's huge. That was so tight. I definitely think I did that wrong though. On second thought, after performing the action, I think letting the Teferi resolve, bounce the token away, and then let them like do the rest of their turn, and then once it got here, flash an Urtai to try to get that attack through. But it's just as likely to die to a counter spell, you know, whatever. So GG. That does it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it very much. We will be back again here tomorrow with another video, of course. Tomorrow, we're breaking mono white weenies, and we added in an additional color to the build that I think honestly makes it so much better. So be sure to check this one out. It's going to be an absolute banger. After that video, I'm not too sure exactly what's coming up next, but we're going to take a look at all of the meta decks on MTG Goldfish, take the, a couple that we find to be pretty interesting and obviously tweak them. But again, this is just for this week and this week alone, because not only were we a little bit short on time for recording, but also I want to get into Mythic obviously as fast as possible before the new set gets here. And lastly, because the new set is on the way and we've had the biggest break as possible over the course of this year for Magic, obviously creativity is going to struggle because there's only so many unique decks that you can run out and stay very unique. And I don't like to repeat decks as very much. I don't like to try to replay ideas that I've already done in the past. I will do it once in a while if I find the deck really creative and it can be tweaked quite a bit, but for the most part, I don't really like to repeat things. So I want to go ahead and try this out just for this week and see how it goes, see how the numbers do, and see how you guys enjoy it. So if you guys did enjoy it, definitely hit the like button. It would help me out a lot, and let me know that you guys enjoyed this content. So anyways though, that does it for me. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. And lastly, a huge shout out to the Mardu Mob. If you guys don't know, the Mardu Mob is the membership program on this channel. So huge shout out to you guys if you're watching right now. Thank you very much for helping support me every single month monetarily through your memberships. It means the absolute world to me, and I greatly appreciate it. But with that being said, guys, see you tomorrow, hopefully, and until next time, peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. Yeah. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah.